Join me, 48 Hours correspondent Erin Moriarty, on my podcast, My Life of Crime, as I take on true crime investigations like no other. This season, I'm looking into the labyrinth of crime and secrets within families. I'm cutting straight to the evidence and talking to the people directly involved, including investigators and the families of victims. Listen to My Life of Crime with Erin Moriarty wherever you get your podcasts.
Alright, what's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of the TMossBoss Show. And in today's episode, this is pretty much a public service. I should do more episodes like this, like public service announcements and just telling people to just, just have the courtesy of of when you go to areas that just do things where it's not gonna cause problems, and I feel like the first public service announcement that I need to do on this, I feel like I might have done public service announcements before, but in case if I haven't, welcome to a public service announcement from TMossBoss. And no, I feel like that a lot of people, especially if you go like grocery shopping, stores, wherever, put the carts back in the cart area. Them like areas where they put all the carts, it's an area for the carts. Put them in, even if they don't have it, and you're all like, well, I gotta walk all the way up back to the store and stuff to put the car in the, front of the stuff. Okay, do that. But the thing is this, what confuses me is that for as long as I've been, going to grocery stores and the times where I've used carts, I've always have put the carts back where they belong, or even in the little cart section area. But I never put them near a car, or especially out here in Washington where it's and when the weather is bad. I mean, you don't know when the weather is going to be, bad or good or whatever. I mean, because I'm saying there's been times even during the summer where the weather has been bad. For an example, last year on my birthday, bro, it was raining. The weather was horrible. But it felt good. I was compared to 90-degree days left and right. No, I can appreciate when it's cold during the summer and stuff. I be loving me some cold summers. But no, the thing is that people, I see it at times where people, they just leave the carts in areas, and then if it's windy outside, then yeah, the carts, they end up flying towards. The reason why I'm doing this is because I just saw this video on Twitter where these two carts, I mean, they were flying down this parking lot. You would have thought that they somebody was a ghost was just flying with the cart, just pushing it and stuff, or they added a turbo V8 engine to the cart, but the carts were flying, and it looked like it hit a Tesla or something. What kind of car was this again? It was a white car. I can't really make out what it is. No, it's not a Tesla. It looks like an expensive car though, but it hit the side of this person's door. And I mean, it's one of those things. I'm gonna retweet the video and stuff. Well, no, did I already retweet the video? I think I already retweeted. Yeah, I already retweeted the video and stuff. So, but nah, man, it's it's so messed up because that person, they're gonna they are gonna try to call their insurance company and be like, well, it was some carts, man. They're like, no, we know you ain't got into all these different car accidents. We're like, no, but I'm a changed person. That ain't me no more. I pay attention to. And they're like, no, you're not changed. They're like, you gonna have to pay for this out your own pocket. So now they paying what, a few hundreds, probably 1,000. I don't even know how much. Now they gotta go out and rob a bank. Then they rob the bank. They end up getting caught. Now they mess around and got caught. They go and spending months in prison. Then they found some other crimes tied to them. Now they spending years in prison. Car done got repossessed. House is gone. Significant other and the kids don't even want to talk with them no more. I'm saying that could possibly be the case. But if not, then yeah, it's one of those things where it's the car. I don't even know what road I went down. That was just a road where it was what just happened? I'm it seemed like life was so grand. You're at Walmart shopping, next thing you know, carts done put you in prison for years and stuff. So, but no, jokes aside though, I just think people, they need to start putting the carts back into the cart area, that or in front of the store. But I'm not trying to hear no stuff where it's where it's too far away, I ain't parked close enough. No, it doesn't matter. Cause no, the funny thing is a person would say some stuff like that, right? They'll say some stuff like that. And then when it happens to them and they see the carts then jump their car, then, it's like, well, why it happened to me? Yeah, because all those times you didn't put the cart back and it built up and karma then came around and then it made its way to you. So that's why I'm like, with me, bruh, I don't care how cold it is outside. I don't care how far it is. There's never been a time where I've been like, you know what? I'm just not even gonna put this cart. Like, it's too far out. I don't care how far I gotta go. Even if it's like where I gotta go all the way up to the back to the front of the store. If I gotta go all the way to the front of the store, the cart is going to be in an area where it can't be rolling and it ain't gonna hit nobody's car unless it's like. So I know people will probably ask, like, well, let's say you do put in the cart area and it's mad windy outside. And no, the thing is this: even if that's the case, where it's like I put the cart in the cart area and it's mad windy outside, cart blows out, hits a car, that's no longer my problem. When I feel like, no, when you put the cart into the cart area, that's a safe place. Now, if it's windy outside, bruh, that's just weather. I ain't got no control over the weather. I'm like, y'all gonna have to put that up with the weather gods, cause I'm like, I ain't got that ain't my problem. But if I put the cart in the cart area, that just shows that I have respect for people's stuff. And yeah, I'm just, I'm not trying to see nobody's stuff get damaged. I'm not trying to see their cars get damaged and stuff, cause man, the amount of times where I've seen people where they put carts. No, the one thing that I do like is when I see those videos and people, they'll put like a cart somewhere and then they'll just drive off. They won't even put like it in the cart area. And then you'll see where somebody will come up from behind them, put like a cart right there, like behind their car or whatever and stuff. And then they're all like, well, hey, what are you doing? It's like, yeah, just put the cart back in the cart area. You putting it next to somebody's car, and then it's like that's mess around and hits it, scratches their car, puts a dent in it and things. And it's like, yeah, you like that? Nah, bro, go and freaking put the cart back into the cart area where the store is at, or in the front of the store. But man, it's just there's people out there where it's like they end up in those types of videos. But yeah, it's like there's just people out there where it's like, why is it so hard for you to, like, they're like, oh, I got leg problems. Okay, well then don't park so far away. Well, I don't want nobody to hit my car. Okay, well don't buy a nice expensive car that's gonna be getting hit around a lot. Where I want to be flashy. Okay, well you're gonna have to go to Target. Target is a high-end store. Everybody if you shop at Target, you most likely have some sort of money in your bank account. All right, and they're all like, well, I don't like Target. They don't have the foods that I want. Okay, well then go to a place that's rich, like, and then then just shop there and then get whatever you're trying to get at a cheaper price. Well, they're too far out. Okay, well, order your food in. I don't trust people. All right, well, make it. I don't know how to make food. Well, then I don't know what to tell you, but it's either you could just, instead of finding all those excuses, just put the cart back in the cart area. Like, that's all. That is all that you have to do. But it's like there's people in this world where they are lazy and they can't do it. And I'm like, bruh, why? Like, that's why with me, like, when I go out, like, even if it's, I mean, it's, well, like, I make sure I don't even get a whole lot when I go out. Like, if I go out, I just go and, even because, like, I'm a person where it's like, when I do use a cart, rare occasions. I can't remember the last time I did use a cart. But, like, other than that, like, I've always had put the cart back in the cart area. But anyways, but no, like, the times where, I go up to the store and I'm getting something, I never use a cart. I never use a cart. I don't even use one of the little small, like the handheld cart things. I always just hold my stuff. Always. It's rare occasions where I use the rolling carts or the hand held carts. But no, it's like I always just be holding my stuff, and then I just go and put it in a bag or no. Like, so actually I was going to talk about this on a video because I have like a business channel, and it's overall just helping people like save money, make money, all that stuff. But no, one video I actually wanted to do was like how to save money when going grocery shopping. And it seems like the one thing that they've enforced to where it's like, oh, you guys start paying for bags now. Not all stores do it, because I did go to Walmart today and got me an Xbox, those like Elite Xbox controllers, because I wanted to see about them. But no, he didn't trip. He didn't trip about the bag. He was all like, oh, it ain't like that 8-cent stuff. But I think if you go to like the self checkout thing, they do charge and things. But No, like I never, use or yeah with the bag, but it's like I always use my backpack. I was like this time around I use my bag because I was like, okay, well it's like damn, like when times where I don't bring my backpack, then it's like but yeah, if I do bring my backpack, I put everything from shoes, clothes, food, what else, accessories for like like my computer or whatever and stuff, but always use my backpack. So that's just a little bit of advice for people. If you go out shopping and things and you don't get a whole lot of items, go buy you a backpack. And or I mean you could get one of those, like they have like those like grocery shopping bags that you can use and stuff, but that or just a backpack. I'm like, but me, I always use my backpack and stuff, so I don't be having to trip about paying like no 8 cents for no bag and things. I'm trying to think, where there's some other places where because like I think they're starting to like chill on it and stuff. Like there's some places, because I think like Champs, they don't really trip about it no more. It seems like it's mainly like the grocery stores and stuff where they still kind of trip about it and things, but either way. But yeah, then once you get to that outside part and stuff, and it's like you got a cart, just put the cart in the cart area. Do it beforehand. Like, all right, because no, here's the thing. This is how you can, I feel like, how people, they can overall save themselves some time and trouble. So you have all your stuff in the in bags, right? So even if, like, all right, so let's say or no, the thing is this. I feel like just all right, because there's just so many things running through my mind right now. One thing that you can do, park next to, because they got those cart things, like to put the carts at, they got them all over the parking lot. Park, and the furthest out one, like if you don't be wanting to like park all up close up on the store and stuff, park next to the one that's like far out and things. Sorry, do that. And then, but no, like you can just, if it's not like a whole lot of stuff that you gotta carry, it's like, maybe a few things. Just put the cart at the cart area and then take your bags out, then walk to your car. And I know there's gonna be people coming up with excuses for that. Oh, well, this stuff is too heavy. Why are you buying things that's too heavy then? I'm like, because my thing is this. I'm like, either I got the leg strength to walk back and forth, or I got the arm strength to carry all that stuff and, to wherever and things and so on and so on. But it's like, man, it's people out there, I'm telling you. It's like, stop. I feel like, there's just people out there that are going to come up with some excuses and things, and they hear this. And I'm like, look, no excuses. All right, none whatsoever. Just go and put the cart back in the cart area. That's it. Or just don't even get you a cart in the first place. Just, carry all that stuff back and forth wherever you need to go. But man, I'm telling you, it's just, it's crazy, just seeing how many times, like, in videos, like, they even have, like, commercials where it's, like, insurance commercials where it's, they show that stuff where it's, like, carts, they get a mind of its own, they just take off doing 60 down the parking lot, find, like, that car by itself, and then they just ram into it and things. And so, yeah, I'm, like, even, like, there's times, or even, and that's one thing where it's, like, when I see, like, the workers, because, like, there's times where I go to Walmart and the workers, they'd be out there getting the carts and stuff. And even if I see them, I'm like, I'll go up to them. Like, if I'm not going to put the cart, those are the 3 places where you can leave the carts at. You can leave it in the cart area where you just push the carts in there, and then, it's like a little cart meetup. The cart meetup that's in front of the store, or one of the workers. But I'm like, there's never been a time where I'm like, if I did, it was when I was young, dumb, and I was a kid. I was like, kids, the kids ain't gonna care. Kids ain't got no sense. They're all like, we'll put a cart on the curb and then just be all like, that looks safe. That looks legit and things. I feel like that's a normal spot of putting it and stuff, but yeah, it's just, it's weird, man. I'm like, that's, it's just people, they can't just put the cart in the cart area. And I'm like, that's why if you come back out, and no, it's like, it's funny because like I said, it's like you come back out and then that stuff didn't happen to you, where it's like you got like literally a cart that unrammed. And then I feel like that'll be a person's luck, where it's like as soon as you walk outside, that's when you see that cart literally burning rubber, okay? Literally burning rubber aimed at your car. It's honestly gonna be like some Matrix type stuff, right? Remember when the girl, when she was like in the beginning of the movie, the very first Matrix movie, and there was like that garbage truck, and it was like driving off fast to the telephone booth, and she had to hurry up and run to the telephone booth and answer the phone to get back out. Like, what were they in the Matrix? Or because when they in the Matrix was when they were fighting up against the people in the suits. And I feel like once when they pulled the thing out their head, then they ended up like in the real world. But it wouldn't that considered to be the Matrix? And then the world that they were in, like, I don't even know. Like, no, because the Matrix, no. The Matrix is when they got plugged in, and then that stuff, that thing, that wire in the back of their head, and then they ended up in like because that was like when Keanu Reeves, when he was fighting with the dude at the end of the first one, and then like they was like Lawrence Fishburne was like, he's the one, and then all the green numbers, they started falling and stuff, and it was like an outline of that hallway that they were in. He was fighting it. That was a good scene, by the way. That was like just great cinematic scenes right there. But anyways, what point was I making? But no, it was that scene though in the beginning of the movie where she answered the phone and that garbage truck. That garbage truck is that cart literally gunning it for your car. Then you gonna try to run and gonna be all like, no, wait. And then they just straight smack like right in a good spot for the car. Like it hits, scrapes all across the paint and stuff, and it's like, fam, now you gotta contact your insurance company and be all like, yeah, I would like to report a cart. I guarantee it's gonna probably be in a matter of time when they do some stuff like that where an insurance company are all like, oh well, whatever the damages are, like, just take a picture of it, send it to us, and then go to a auto shop, whatever the money is, and things like, yeah, it's just, we'll pay for that and stuff. I guarantee and I promise you, there's gonna be an insurance company doing some stuff like that. Because if they get enough calls in and people, because it ain't like everybody in the world's gonna hear this podcast episode. So yeah, I know that there's gonna most likely be at times where people, they still do it, still put the carts wherever, and then they're gonna get enough calls. That's how you know it's gonna be a serious situation too, when it gets its own little news special. Like, you turn to your local news station, and then they're like, cart attacks on the rise, and they're gonna show people like walking, and then carts go flying past them, then hit their car. They're gonna show a grandmother just carrying all her groceries cart, and then came up from behind her, then rammed her in her back and stuff, and then it's like, yeah, it's gonna be a cart epidemic. I think that's maybe epidemic. I don't know, but it's gonna be cart mayhem literally all over the place and stuff. So, but anyways, yeah, more of this podcast episode. Just put the cart back in the cart area, all right? And the little cart meetup, the front of the store, or just hand it off to one of the workers, all right, when they are outside and stuff. So, but anyways, and that being said, I will talk to y'all later. Thank you guys for watching and or listening. If you're viewing this on YouTube, make sure you like and subscribe. And if you're viewing this on a podcast streaming service, make sure you follow or subscribe, however it's set up. Make sure you subscribe to one of my 46 YouTube channels. Follow me on Twitter, TikTok, Twitch, and Instagram at TMossBoss. And make sure you follow my Facebook page at TMossBoss fan page. Also, if you're purchasing any tickets from SeatGeek, make sure you use my promo code TMossBoss. It will knock $20 off of your first purchase. And if you're purchasing any energy drinks or sleep drinks from Poggers, make sure you use my promo code TMossBoss. It will knock 10% off your next purchase. And if you're purchasing any controller covers or analog grips, make sure you go to check out Fatal Grips, and you can use my promo code TMossBoss. And will knock 10% off your next purchase. So SeatGeek, TMossBoss, $20 off your first purchase. Fatal Grips, 10% off, TMossBoss promo code. And Poggers, 10% off, promo code TMossBoss. If you want more information about those places, you could go to my Twitter account, and their usernames will be in the description of or bio section of my Twitter account. So anyways, thank you guys for watching and or listening, and peace.